Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Saturday morning to you all. I hope you guys are feeling great this morning and having a great start to your weekend. Got you an update on what's going to happen weather-wise for today. I'm expecting some pretty active weather for certain parts of the country. Not a large area, but certain areas of the deep south could certainly have a tornado threat today and a damaging wind threat with some severe weather expected, with an upper low that's going to be ejecting across areas of the Mississippi Valley, and with it going to pull up the ingredients along the Gulf Coast for some severe weather. So we'll break down that and we'll try to figure it out. Bear with me. I'm still recovering from being sick, so I might take pauses and just to try to work through this video as easy as I can, and just try to slow down at certain times. I know a lot of times I like to speed talk in these videos, but certainly probably not going to be the case in this video. Feeling better. Got my best night of sleep last night, probably since I would say before I was sick. But I woke up, still just not having the energy, which is kind of expected after being sick for 3 days. So I'm still trying to recover, guys. So asking for prayers for that. I'm ready to be back to normal. It's more of an annoyance now, more than anything. It's not really painful anymore or anything like that. But you just get to the point where you get so out of routine, out of whack that you're ready to get back in routine and get back to a normal way of living. But I try not to complain. People have it worse. People have things like cancer, and people are fighting way worse battles. So try not to complain too much. This is very little in the grand scheme of things, but I do appreciate the prayers. I really do, guys. But if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. I'd like the video if you like it. And if you guys got anything that I can pray about, please put it in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too. So let's get rolling this morning. Water vapor loop. So pretty much a big eyesore on the screen is this little spin right here. This surface low, well, it's an upper low really. And what's going on here is this is kind of ejecting across Arkansas, will eject across Arkansas throughout the next several hours over the Mississippi Valley. And with it, we'll kind of yank up ingredients needed for severe weather. In this section right here, you already have some pretty vigorous storms over the northern Gulf of Mexico right now. And this will actually, be the storms that might be a big time factor a little bit later this afternoon for southern Alabama and southern Mississippi. And we'll actually take a look at radar scope here in a second for that. But this is the big weather story today. Another big story is there's a high pressure right here that's actually funneling in some winds out the northeast that's actually going to aid in a CAD, a cold air damming event, which means that areas of like the Carolinas, North Georgia, we're going to have a CAD, which is CAD, which stands for cold air damming. It means cool air gets trapped east of the southern Appalachian Mountains. And a lot of times you just get cloudy, sometimes damp, sometimes not, cloudy, cool conditions. And in the winter, sometimes you can get winter storms out of it, sometimes big-time ice storms. And honestly, a lot of times that is what our winter storms are, driven off of in the Carolinas and the Southeast in general, Virginia. Is from CAD signature. So we'll watch that, but it's not a big weather story. It'll just keep temperatures cool and cloudy today. But it's talking about the severe weather. There is a slight risk for severe storms today. This includes New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mobile, almost up to Jackson. This might upgrade here in the next, hour. In fact, let's see if it's upgraded. It is not. So I have a feeling that this will upgrade probably within the hour. So if it does, I'm not expecting it to upgrade to an enhanced risk or anything, but you never know. I've been wrong before. But there is a 5% risk of a tornado in 25 miles in any given location in this brown area. So I know most think 5% isn't a big deal, but you never know when your house is going to be right under that 5% risk. So please just be weather aware. I know you guys know all about severe weather in this part of the country. But there is a risk of a tornado in this area. Damaging winds will be a threat today also down here. There will be a little bit of a risk for flash flooding, especially if you're really the highest population area would probably be around Mobile, Alabama, as you have the risk of just continuous storms training off the Gulf of Mexico and riding inland over this area of Alabama and Mississippi, even maybe an area of the panhandle of Florida. So just Be aware of some flash flooding today too, but it's not a huge threat, a widespread threat that is. So let's back this up here. I've had to restart this video a couple times just to try to get a good delivery. I honestly thought about just not making it, but I want to tough this out for you guys. I know a lot of people are, will say just rest, but honestly, I'm past the sickness, guys. My energy is low. And so if you knew me personally, which I feel like we have such a family atmosphere on this YouTube page, a lot of you guys almost probably do know me personally. I've met some of you guys in person at the grocery store here locally. It's pretty wild actually, but I'm a high energy person, meaning I have energy lows and energy highs. I'm the guy that's screaming like crazy at the football games, and normally when something's wrong, I normally wear my emotions on my sleeve. So I'm definitely ready just to be back to normal. And so I wanted to push through and try to get this video out for today, especially for you folks in the Deep South where severe weather is certainly expected. But here it goes. Here's this upper low that will pivot across the Mississippi Valley, and these storms will be ongoing. You take a look at what's going on right now. And let's take this off the screen here. This is actually when I made the video before. And these are the storms you really watch. You got to watch these two, but you watch these as they will try to make their way this way. They will make their way this way into the coming hours. Watch out, New Orleans, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, Mobile. This will be an area to watch. The ingredients will be there. The low-level moisture will be there. There'll be just enough surface heating, and there will be a severe weather threat ongoing a little bit later this afternoon. Am I talking about a tornado outbreak? I really don't think so, but these are the kind of sneaky setups that you got to watch out for. So we'll start it off around 2 p.m. Eastern time. You already got a couple cells starting to enter near Mobile, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get some reports of some water spouts just off the coastline. This is definitely the setup if you're going to see a water spout off the coast of Mobile or something. This will certainly be the setup. But as we're getting into dinner time, these storms need to be watched right into here. The structure looks kind of out of whack, but there could be some embedded spin-ups with these storms in southern Mississippi, and then getting into Alabama and to the later evening hours, actually after the sun goes down. So this will be even more of a threat as the sun is down and you can't see it, but these storms will be ongoing. And this is when the upper low will kind of slow down. Therefore, the motion from west to east of these storms will slow. That's why you have a slight risk of flash flooding right here, because if you notice, these storms are kind of moving this way. But as this low pressure kind of slows down, these storms just kind of move over these same areas right here for a couple hours, and will also promote a multiple hour period for a tornado threat. So this is, at this point, I'll start it right here. This is around 8 p.m. this afternoon, well, this evening, tonight, and then getting into around midnight tonight, these storms are ongoing. And then they're getting into the panhandle of Florida. I wouldn't be surprised if this slight risk is actually extended a little bit more into the panhandle of Florida, and maybe on the latest outlook here. But we need to watch out. Elsewhere, the southeast, I know my Gamecocks playing Missouri today. I always got to throw that out there, guys. I'm a huge Gamecock fan, but huge college football fan. I saw somebody comment, we're here for Mitch West football too. I'm a big football guy. I'm just as big of a football guy as I am a weather guy, believe it or not. But it's going to be kind of a dreary fall-like day today if you're attending a football game or just doing outdoor activities in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and North Georgia. It's going to be kind of cloudy, kind of cool. There's going to be a CAD in place, like I just mentioned in the beginning of the video. There's going to be some drizzle around. I don't think it's going to be a washout, unless obviously you go back to the areas I just mentioned where there's a chance of severe storms. But just kind of a drizzle-like day. In fact, I was actually looking at tomorrow, but there'll be drizzle around today too. So If my delivery is sloppy, guys, I do apologize. I'm just I'm a little bit everywhere right now. So um, Saturday for today for the Northeast, very quiet day, very chilly day, and not a whole lot going on at all. The South Central U.S., you finally get this system out the way. Still some back end moisture for Dallas into Oklahoma City as possible throughout the afternoon hours, but other than that, Arkansas could have some cold core storms associated with the actual upper low right here, But other than that, I don't expect a severe weather threat with this, but certainly some heavy rain in areas of northern Arkansas, maybe even southeast Missouri. A little bit later tonight is certainly possible. Even watch out if you're in Memphis. Certainly could get a kind of a round of heavy rain later this evening in your neck of the woods. The South Central U.S., very, very quiet weather. Nothing, not a drop of rain or a flake of snow. Nothing going on up here. Been quiet the last couple days. And temperatures, like I said here, cloudy weather all the way through North Georgia. A CAD signature, CAD. 50s for highs for the Northeast. 60s for highs all the way down to North Georgia. And then there'll be an area of warmer air on the west side of this cold air damming event where you guys will warm into the 70s in Tennessee, Kentucky, all the way into areas of the Ohio Valley, and then everywhere else. A nice, pleasant, late October day, unless obviously you live in the severe weather and this heavy rain event down here where you just need to watch out for heavy rain and severe weather, obviously. But that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for suffering through that with me. I probably won't have a video tonight, but I might. You never know. But I'm still trying to recover, guys, and appreciate the prayers, and I hope you guys have an awesome and blessed day.